Okay, I think we can go ahead and get started. We're recording this session. We have a number of international delegates who can watch this later on. So welcome to those of you who are watching this, in from the future. Welcome to the online welcome and training session for the Arts and Society Conference. This is a special year for us because it's the 20th anniversary of the conference. And it's also the 25th anniversary of the Centre for the Arts and Society at Carnegie Mellon. So we're really excited to be working together on this conference to sort of highlight these sort of two anniversaries and momentous occasions. The conference in previous years has been held all over the place. We did it in 2007 at the University of Kassel in Germany with Documenta. We've done it with the Sydney Biennale at the University of Sydney. Last year we were in South Korea, the previous year in Poland. So we're happy to be bringing this one to Pittsburgh. I'll let someone in from the waiting room. The special focus this year is really related to our local hosts here at the Centre for Arts and Society. They have a strong sort of theme or thread throughout their work at the Centre for Arts and Society, and that is of hospitality. And I think that you're going to see in the presentations, in the extra sort of curricular activities that we're doing, in the plenary sessions, how this thread really will weave through the conference. We've got over 100 people participating in person and nearly the same amount. I think we're sitting at like 86 online. And with that, we also have about 200 pieces of digital media uploaded. So if you haven't uploaded your digital media yet, feel free to ask any questions. I'm going to go sort of through that as after we sort of introduce ourselves now. I'm going to let a couple of people in from the waiting room. So what we're going to do today is it's a nice informal session. I hope we can get to meet each other first. What I might do is call your name and you can tell us if you're presenting, if you're attending in person, your relationship to the Arts and Society Conference or the Centre for the Arts and Society, what drew you to the conference, and a little bit about yourself and your research. I will put your presenter pages in the chat if you're presenting as we go through, so that everyone else can follow along. If there's connections between everyone's work, we can follow the presentations there. And then following that, I'm going to share my screen, go a little bit through the microsite, how to engage in the conference as an online only delegate. Well, actually, as any type of delegate, you can still engage online only. And then we might open up for some questions just in case I've missed something there. So I'm going to call your names and perhaps you can unmute yourself and correct me if I mispronounce your name. Or your username or whatever it is. So I can see the first one is Carnehos.
Sorry, I don't know. I just
I'm
realised
assuming it's abbreviation for something.
Yeah, I just realised that's my work username. I didn't clock that it's not my full name. Hello, yeah, my name is Sarah Carnaholm. Yeah. So yeah, Sarah Carnaholm is my name. And should I just say a little bit about myself?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. So I teach at London Metropolitan University. So I'm London based. I've figured that out in London, UK. And I'm presenting digitally, and I have uploaded it digitally after a bit of struggle. And my research is about the immigration experience and how we use creativity to establish home.
Perfect. Well, thank you for joining us. I've put the link to your presenter page in the chat and I can see your video is there and it's uploaded. So the discussion boards are now open, so you can go ahead and watch Sarah's presentation and join the discussion. I'll go through the details of that in just a minute. Thanks for joining us today, Sarah. Melanie, would you like to unmute yourself and say hi?
Yeah, sure. Hi, I'm Mel. I'm also London-based. I'm a current final year PhD student at the University of Surrey, where my area of focus is in post-colonial transnational Korea and poetry. I'm a presenter and one of the 2025 emerging scholars. So yeah, I'm excited to be part of the program.
Yes, thanks, Mel. For those who don't know, we have a fantastic Emerging Scholar program, both online only and in-person emerging scholars who will be moderating the sessions, watching your presentations, commenting, creating discussion, interesting questions. So they're in there presenting themselves, and I'll show you how to see all of their presentations in just a moment. Thanks, Mel. Yunji?
Yes, hi everyone. I'm Eunji and I'm a faculty in the art education program at Busan National University of Korea. So I'm saying hi from Busan. It is 11 p.m. here. I'm still in my office because I have some work to get done. But I first joined this conference last year when it was held in Seoul in Hanyang University. So I had a really great experience. So I am continuing it this year. However, I really wanted to attend in person, but I have my brother's wedding on the same exact date, so I couldn't go, but hopefully next year. My research is focused on the intersection of education and socially engaged art. So this time my research is about the concept of transpedagogy, coined by Pablo Helguera, and I talk about several examples, but specifically about that concept and his work. It's nice to meet you all.
Thank you, and congratulations to your brother.
Thank you for all your help.
No worries. Robin?
Hi, yeah, I'm in the United States. I come from Vermont, and I'm brand new to the arts and society. So this is my first experience. I'll be doing a workshop presentation on understanding what the colors you paint with mean. So I've been in the therapeutic schools for almost 30 years now, and developed a method and process for understanding the colors that people paint with to determine personalities, some harmful, such as just, sorry, a little nervous. So anyway, the whole workshop, you'll get to experience what your own colors mean. And then I have examples of concerns in watching students. So I train a lot of educators and therapists and social workers to preempt behavioral and trauma healing pieces. So that's my work.
Thanks, Robin. And I put the link to your workshop in the chat there so everyone can follow along. Veronica?
Hello, can you hear me? Yes. So I'm based in Lisbon, in Portugal. I'm a researcher at Coimbra University, and my work focuses on performance. I'm an art historian, but also a philosopher, and my work focuses on the intertwinement of performance studies and philosophy. And to this conference, I brought the work of the American artist Alan Capro as an example how hospitality is a key concept to the world creation and the reformulation of meaning throughout the avant-garde on the 20th and 21st century. Hello all, and thank you for being here.
Thank you, Veronica. Zatasha, did you want to say?
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate. Can you all hear me? All right. My name is Zatasha Shah, and I am a returning scholar. I have presented before. I'm also engaged and connected with the other presentations, and it's a great honor and an opportunity for me to be included to share my research and my data analysis through this conference. This is a memorable time for me. I just got back from England, had a wonderful time in London and the other places, and visited several locations. I'm glad that I'm meeting with the British scholars through the conference. We love the entire United Kingdom and we live in the United States. So thank you so much for giving us this honor and letting us stay connected, engaged, and involved. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Zatasha. Is it pronounced Zuharan? Zuharan? Forgive me and correct me, please.
Hi, it's for me.
Yes.
Yeah, hello, my name is Zhuoran Zhang. I come from China, but You guys can call me Alexandra, and my project is focused on NFT crypto art, and I currently do my PhD studies in Debrecen University in Hungary, and focus on NFT crypto art is inspired my postgraduate projects when I was studied in the UK at Sussex University, and even I was studied the major of film studies, but I always want to, explore the challenges of area because
I could not get in.
Sorry, sorry. But currently, there are a lot of film festival want to explore the NFT of the visualization of this area. So I really interested in this area of studies, and I want to explore the new, like the international gaze of these studies projects with the international or with the whole of the world's, researchers to take conversation about, this interesting or this funny or this, this amazing areas. So I really, look forward to take conversation about my project with you guys. So I
Perfect.
really Yeah, I really hope you guys can enjoy or like to make new conversations to, or making like new perspectives, about my projects. Thank you guys.
Thank you. And if you're looking for international perspectives, you're in the right place. I forgot to mention in the opening before that I think I counted it was 27 or 28 countries represented. So you're in the right place for that.
Yeah, keep open-minded is always the significant things. Yes,
Well, thanks
I
for
hope
joining us. I've put the link to your presentation in the chat.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Jess? Is it Jess?
Yes, hi.
Hi.
I'm Jess Wittig, and I'm calling in from New York City. And sorry, my camera is broken, so but you'll be able to see my digital
Thank you.
video. So, my research interests are time, Tolkien, transhumanism, all kinds of T words. I'm currently pursuing my MFA in dance at Sarah Lawrence College, and I teach a class called Religious Imagination at Iona University. So my work is at whatever intersection there is between religious studies and dance and performance studies. So my paper for this conference, I'm new to this conference, so I'm excited to find out how it works, is called Wild Gods, the Duende and the More Than Human. And I discuss the difference between art that has duende and art that is arranged by artificial intelligence. So that's what my work is, and I'm excited to engage with all your work.
Perfect. Thanks for introducing yourself, Jess. I've put the link in the chat. Is it Ika or Eka? Forgive me if I've mispronounced it. You're my next tile. Ika?
Both are good. I pronounced Eka.
Okay.
But both are good. So I'm in the airport. I'm traveling to Pittsburgh, and I'm also from London area. And right now don't belong to any institution. So I'm a dancer, choreographer, and scholar. So I did my PhD in performance studies at UC Davis. So I'm presenting on the festivals, on contemporary dance festivals, which kind of like look for experimentation and adjust the appearance all the time. So not kind of like more moldable. But I do different kind of research, like on dance and technology, dance and mathematics, dance and something, dance and visuals. So dance performance as research is actually like my topic. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, thanks for joining us and looking forward to seeing you tomorrow in Pittsburgh. It sounds like there's some overlapping ideas with dance with you and Jess's work. So that's great. Maybe you can view each other's sessions. My next, I keep saying square, but you're all in rectangles, is Masa. Masa?
Hello everyone, I'm Massa. I'm Persian, but now I live in Italy. I'm a student in master in field of art, and I'm so happy to hear. And my project is about trauma and psychology in art.
Perfect. Well, thanks for joining us, Masa.
Thanks.
Thanks.
My next rectangle it says CN. I'm not sure who that is. Perhaps you can, sorry.
Sorry, I didn't put my full name and
It's okay.
a moment. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
My name is Camelia Nakagawara, and I'm a cultural historian. I received my PhD from the University of Chicago, and I study Japanese cultural history, Japanese gardens, the notion of nature versus built environment, tensions therein, and I'm participating in this conference for the first time. I normally go to East Asian Studies conferences, but I thought I'd give it a try, so I'm looking forward to it. And my presentation will be about, it's titled Between Natural Form and Negative Space, Hospitality in Japanese Gardens, and it is about the factors that make Japanese gardens attractive to people and the special features of Japanese gardens.
Thank you, Camelia.
Yeah, thank you.
My last person is Tammy. Tammy, are you able to unmute yourself and say a few words of introduction?
Yes. Hi.
Hi, Tammy.
I'm Tammy Huntington, and Philip Seward and I are actually in the car traveling to Pittsburgh right now. And we are musicians, and we will be presenting a new opera that Philip has composed called A House Divided, about the political landscape in America, and that we have created and produced as webisodes to be more hospitable to people who maybe are not as comfortable with opera.
Thanks, Tammy. That sounds great. I've just put the link to your presentation in the chat there, but you both might really like our plenary speaker tomorrow morning, Kate, who's composed the piece for the reception tomorrow night.
I saw that. We're very excited to attend that conference.
Yeah, and so just so everyone knows, for our online only delegates as well, we will be recording the quartet Argarita tomorrow night to be uploaded as soon as possible after the session. So Kate's plenary session tomorrow morning will be talking about the piece that they're playing as well. So thanks for joining us, Tammy. We'll see you in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
And I'm going to put the last person who's just come in, I'm going to put you on the spot. Ulrich, are you able to unmute and introduce yourself? Sorry to put you on the spot. We're just introducing ourselves.
That's okay. My name is Rikke Zitzelsberger from England.
Do you want to say, are you presenting at the conference? Do you want to say a little bit about your work or anything like that?
I've got an online presentation because I can't be there in person, and it's about hospitality and the city.
Perfect. Well, thanks for joining us today. Nice to see you. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to share my screen, which always takes me, I don't know why, a little minute to figure out how to do. And I'm going to run through how to engage in the conference and in the conference microsite. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Someone else is just entering, so I'll try and admit them so they don't miss out. And then perhaps at the end, if you have any questions about how to engage in the conference, you can either put them in the chat while I'm speaking so you don't forget, not like me, I have to ask immediately, otherwise I'll forget. Or you can just, you know, I can call on you after I go through everything. So this is the conference website. There's many different ways to get to the conference schedule and microsite. You would have received emails, like the email to join this session with links to that as well. But the easiest way is perhaps to click on the CGScholar Event Microsite on the website here, or just to go to cgscholar.com. One thing I do want, I've got too many tabs open. One thing I do want to note, before you start anything, and our emerging scholars already know this, if you do not see your name in the top right-hand corner of the screen, you're not logged in, right? And logging in is what links your registration to being able to see certain parts of the schedule and digital media and the discussion boards. So before you do anything, make sure you can see your name in the top right-hand corner of the screen. If you can't, you're probably going to have to log in and press the login button and do that there. Sometimes you'll log in and you'll be taken straight to the community page. This is where you can go to your name here and update your profile. One thing to note, anytime your name appears in the conference microsite, whether you're, whether it's your session or you're tagged in a session or anything like that, it will be hyperlinked to your profile page. So I do strongly recommend that you update your profile information, at least with your latest affiliation, so that if someone clicks on your name, they can find out a little bit more about you rather than just that one line that's next to your name. So you can do that by going to your name on the profile page there and clicking account settings, or in the top right and going down to account settings there. From there, you need to get back to the about page of the microsite. So you can do that by going to your events. Sorry, I'm in a hotel room with perhaps not the best internet here in Pittsburgh. Or you can go to the community page there, which will take you over there. Now I'm not gonna, my internet's probably cut off or something. Anyway, once that loads, we'll get to the about page. There you'll find information about the conference and about the research network. Most importantly there, you will see highlighted in yellow, which is the e-program and user guide. Now the e-program and user guide is a downloadable PDF that is basically saying everything that I'm saying to you now, but in a written PDF form. So if you don't want to go back and rewatch the video of me explaining this, feel free to download the PDF. It does have other useful information like the history of the conference, welcome letters from our local hosts and our chairs, history of the research network, more information about our plenary speakers and emerging scholars, but also and our local hosts. There's our great emerging scholars. And then right here at the end is this event microsite user guide. So it says everything like make sure you're signed in and navigating the landing page. So I do recommend you just keep that on your desktop or download that so that you can go back and use it as a reference if you need to. Now let's jump over here. Let's click on the conference. And here we are. And so this yellow highlighted PDF is right there. I've also highlighted the address here, just so you know, we're in the Cohen University Center. For those of you, we had a few people thinking we were going to a different building, so I want to make sure that no one's lost tomorrow morning. So the address is right there. It's hyperlinked to a map, so you can go ahead and do that there. Now, you can see here that my account says submit a proposal. I'm not presenting at the conference. If you are presenting at the conference, this will say your proposal. And this is your presenter page. It is at the bottom of that page where you will upload your digital media for the conference. If you are an online only presenter, it is an asynchronous presentation. So the digital media is required as your form of presentation. There is no live Zoom component to your presentation. It is all asynchronous. You do not have to just upload one piece of digital media. You can upload a video of your presentation, you can upload a PowerPoint, you can upload a PDF, supplemental images, MP4 files. There are many different forms of digital media. And in fact, what shows me already is that we already have more pieces of digital media than people registered, which means a lot of people have already uploaded more than one piece of digital media. It's completely up to you. Please note that whilst it is required for the online only presenters, we also strongly recommend the in-person presenters upload digital media. It really means that you're opening up your audience to all the online only presenters. They can comment in the discussion boards, and you've got almost 100 extra people viewing your presentation than those who are in the room, just in the rooms. So the in-person presenters, we strongly recommend you upload those as well. And online only presenters, please check out the in-person delegates digital media as well. So that is your presenter page. Please also note, if you upload digital media and it doesn't appear on your presenter page right away, it's because we have a review process. We want to avoid you uploading, I don't know, an old receipt or something that you've accidentally got on your desktop, which has happened. And so we do have a review. It might be a family photo, we do have a review process. We're trying to do it as quickly as possible throughout these, first hours right before the conference. But please just give us a little bit of time if it doesn't appear right away. Your registration tab is the details of your registration. Yours will look a little bit different to mine, but is where you can download your receipt and any information that you might need for accounts purposes. Special events tab. I'm going to skip presentations just for 1 minute just to show you special events. It's where you can sign up for events like this one, the online welcome and training session, excuse me. But it's also where you can sign up for the conference dinner. Please, if you're an in-person delegate, there are a couple of spots left for the conference dinner, but I have to give them the final numbers tomorrow morning. So please try and do that today if you can. This online talking circle is a really nice session. It's a little bit like this in the sense that it's sort of informal, get to talk and meet each other, but it's 2 days from now. So where are we? We're on Tuesday, so it's Thursday at the exact same time it is now. And what we do is in that session is the same as kind of the in-person talking circles. We come and introduce ourselves. We talk a little bit about our work, but we really come with 2 days of viewing sessions, seeing ideas, talking in discussion boards. So it's really more of a sort of content ideas driven session where we can discuss interesting presentations that we've seen or ideas that have popped up throughout the conversations that we've been having. So that's kind of a nice informal session that is happening 2 days from now. Presentations tab. I'll jump over there. The presentations tab is sort of different ways of filtering and viewing the presentations. Your following tab is unique to your profile, right? I might follow different presentations to Sarah, to Mel, and so it's really customizable to what you're interested in. If I'm only interested in dance and I go through and I follow all the presentations related to dance, those will appear on my following tab, but someone else might be interested in music and they go ahead and follow all of those presentations. So that is an easy way for you to get back to the presentations that you're interested in, that you might want to rewatch or review or something like that later. Featured presentations. As I said before, we're very proud of our emerging scholars. It seems that every year we just get better and better emerging scholars. So we like to feature their presentations. Like I said before, I'm going to use Jen as an example. Jen's name is hyperlinked, and what should pop up here is Jen's profile with most up-to-date information there. So then I can go ahead and add Jen as a peer and we can connect that way. You'll see that Jen is scheduled for the Danforth conference room on the 30th at 3 p.m. If I go ahead and click that there, it will take me to the point in the event schedule where Jen is scheduled on that third day of the conference. This is a useful tool in the sense that we theme papers together for a reason. So if you're interested in Jen's presentation, for example, you can then view the other 2 presentations that are part of that panel, which you might also want to follow along as well. So it's another interesting way of finding other presentations that are sort of related there. One thing to highlight as well is that it might not look like it because it's a sort of a different color, that this heading, the title of the presentation is also hyperlinked to Jen's presenter page. And what I can do now is request media and follow this presentation. So if the digital media is not yet visible on there, you can go ahead and request that. Now, Jen is going to receive an email saying, someone's interested in your digital media, would you please upload it? And then when Jen uploads that digital media, me as the requester will get an email saying the digital media has now been uploaded. And because I've followed this presentation now, that will appear on my following tab, which I'm trying to get to right now. So there it is. Just to highlight a few other things, if, for example, I'm only interested in the special focus, here the presentations are organized by theme. So I can go down here and find the special focus. It's probably right at the bottom, isn't it? There it is. And I can view all of the presentations linked to the special focus there. The other ones are kind of by type. If for some reason I'm only interested in workshops, I can go down there, alphabetical. And then the search function is perhaps the easiest way. I'm going to use you, Sarah, as an example because you're my first sort of rectangle there. And I can go ahead and click on your name and search and then find all the details. Once again, these are all hyperlinks so you can get to that point in the event schedule, go to the profile and read more about the session there. I'll now close a few of these tabs and jump over to the event schedule here. So here we are, we're in the online welcome and training session now. Anytime you click the title of the presentation, it will take you to this page. This page is also where the video for this session will be uploaded shortly afterwards. Anyone who's watching this, if you have a question, you can ask it in the discussion board tab that's right here. Sorry, I've just seen these. You'll have to forgive me. And so I'm hoping that Philip has seen the Zoom link. That's right here. Yeah, you must have because you're in the car. Okay, so then we'll jump over. Tomorrow morning, we have an online only. So we do have a number of delegates who are presenting in Spanish as well. A lot of our conferences are bilingual. So we do have a Spanish online only plenary session tomorrow for anyone who would like to join. The Zoom link should be when you click on the title there, it's just here to join that session. If you're attending in person, we have conference registration and welcome coffee in the morning between 8 and 9 a.m. We do tend to have bursts of people. So we'll have, 5 people at 8:05, but then we'll have 100 people at 8:55. So try and plan accordingly in terms of numbers and lines and things like that. But you can come to the Cohen University Centre. I will be there at the registration desk. You can pick up your name badge, have a coffee, and I'll sort of point you in the right direction for the opening session. So we have Michael Sims tomorrow morning, who's the cultural coordinator for the Council of the Three Rivers American Indian Centre. Now, this is, I'll get to this in just a moment, but Michael is also from representing one of our case study locations as well. So you can go to the Council of the Three Rivers American Indian Centre if you're an in-person delegate on Thursday afternoon. So we do have a case study afternoon on Thursday afternoon. You can register for that with me tomorrow morning at the registration desk. I'll add your name to the list. We sort of have limited numbers for space and size. So it's sort of first come, first serve for that. And so it's about 20 people or 25 people, between 20 and 25 people per case study location. I'll show you that in just 1 minute. Just to note that this conference opening and welcome, as well as the plenary discussion with Kate, will both be recorded for our online only delegates. It will be uploaded shortly after the session. You'll receive an email from us saying it has now been uploaded with a direct link, just so you don't have to be waiting. And then anyone who's tagged in the session, which is Kate, our plenary speaker, will get an email when someone comments in the discussion board. So you don't have to wait for Kate to respond. If you ask her a question, she'll get a notification saying someone's commented in the discussion board there. Then we move into our in-person talking circles. Our online only talking circle is on Thursday. And then we move into the sessions here. One thing I want to note is that when you click on the panel name there, it will take you to a listing of all the presentations. Whereas if you just click on the title of it, it will only take you to that presenter page. So that's just one thing to note so you don't get lost. One thing to also note is that the discussion board is for the panel and not for the individual presentation. This is the case for both in-person and online only presenters. The reason being, we do the questions in person as one lot of questions at the end of the panel. And we do the same for the online only delegates. So having a joint discussion board. The reason for this is, like I said before, they've been themed together for a reason. If you are asking a question specific to one presenter, sometimes it's useful to use their name so that they're aware of that the question's for them. But like I said, this discussion board is for the panel augmenting engagement. In the evening tomorrow, we have the reception and the concert featuring Agarita, which will also be uploaded here following the session. So just to highlight that, so here we can see the creative practice showcases. Here we click on that title of that panel and we can see the presenters here. We can see that these people are you can view their digital media by clicking that button right there. Scroll down and see that PDF related to that. And then we can also join the discussion board for this panel right here. So I just want to make sure that everyone knows that. Then we go into day 2 and we have the plenary session and discussion with Henry, who is also tagged in this session. So after you view the session, you can ask a question in the discussion board and Henry will receive an email about it. And then we move into some workshops. And then in the afternoon, we do have these case studies. So please go ahead and click on the title there. You can learn a bit more about each of the different locations. We do have a presenter on what day of the week is it? Thursday, who is going to present about the National Opera House and the work that they're doing, the Fort Pitt Museum as well. These 4 locations have been chosen all in Pittsburgh, specifically by our local host because they relate to the special focus of the conference. So read through the descriptions there, come and register for one of those, and we'll get you on the bus out there. So those buses will leave about 3 o'clock after those parallel sessions between 3 and 3:15 by the time we get everyone moving. And then you'll return about 5 o'clock. Like I said before, there is still space for the conference dinner if you want to sign up for that. Online only. I feel like I might have forgotten a few things, but what I might do is I'll keep sharing, maybe open it up for questions, and that will sort of spur me on to remember if there's anything that I've missed here in our discussion. Does anyone have a question? Sorry, I've got to make it so I can see everyone here, don't I? Otherwise I can't. Or just unmute if you like, and you can ask a question.
I got a question. Could you just show again, where do I find the online only?
Okay, so see the tab here, it says online only.
It's in the schedule. Sorry, I'm still in
it's in the
presentations mode.
Yep, it's over there. So everyone who's presenting online is in the online only tab here.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
No worries. Thanks, Sarah. Robin, did you have a question?
Yeah, I have a couple questions. One, as being the presenter, how do I know how many people have signed up? How do you sign up for the different workshops and presentations?
So if it's an online only, yours is an online only workshop?
No, mine's in person.
Oh, okay. So we don't sign for the in-person workshops. We don't sign up for them.
Okay.
Yours is a creative show. No, yeah, you are. You've got a creative showcase. Is this yours?
Yes.
Yeah. So you'll be between 1:40 and 2:55 in this room. I can see Jacqueline will be chairing your session. So you'll have 20 minutes each for your session with 15 minutes of questions at the end.
So I had thought that it was more of a experiential workshop.
No, well, I can see it shows me here that you're listed as a creative practice showcase, which is a 20-minute session.
Okay. I thought mine was a 45.
I mean, this is what I've got. Do you want to, what I will do is put my email address in the chat. I don't know if we would have space to move you to a 45-minute session now, but I can certainly take a look after this session and see if there's space. But right now I can see there's you listed as a 20-minute session.
Gotcha. Okay. Yes, if you could do that, that would be great.
Yeah, we might not have space, but if I can, I will.
Thank you.
Yeah, just send me an email, Robin. Otherwise, I'm like a goldfish.
That's fine. Thank you.
Tammy, did you have a question?
Yes, Philip actually has a question for us.
We're just curious. You've referenced many times for the online only audience for seeing live events after they're uploaded. Does that mean
Yes.
that if we're attending in person, that will we have access to seeing it again after the fact, or only?
Yeah. So once, if you're registered for the conference, no matter whether you're in person or online, if you're registered for the conference, you can see all the digital media.
Terrific, thank you. And I have one other question. When we uploaded our digital media, it wasn't possible to upload anything else. So is that, you were referencing we could upload
Yeah, you can.
other things, but we couldn't get it to work, and ultimately we had to get support to even make our piece visible.
So it might have been that if you've uploaded something and it's been accepted, then the portal sort of closes and assumes that you've done everything that you wanted to do. So if you want to upload something else, let me know, because I can open the portal for you again. Let me just make a note of it so I don't forget, and I will go in and open the digital media. Tammy and Philip, open the portal, open the digital media portal.
I appreciate that. We have to figure out what that might be, but we didn't realize it was an option.
Yeah, no worries, but I can just do that now and it'll be open whether you do something or not.
Terrific. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tamsin.
See you later. Are there any other questions? Yes.
How long will these online materials be up? Like, until when will we be able to access them?
So it's sort of like a funny thing. So once the discussion boards are open, it's all available sort of infinitely, as long as you're registered for the conference. So it kind of, what we encourage people to do is really comment and watch as much as they can in the first, well, it's open now, so within the first couple of hours and days of the conference, because that's when people are most attentive and online. But if there's some presentation that you're super interested in and you think about it in a year, you can go back and see it.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. As long as you remember that you're logged in, because otherwise you have got to remember your login details, because otherwise we won't know that you're registered for the conference. Are there any other questions?
Sorry, I have a
Yes.
questions.
Yeah, go on.
The day two, I mentioned that the online circle is everybody have to attend, or
It's not required, it's up to you. So we have the link in there. It's online only talking circle. You can go ahead and join that.
okay, I see. And we have to do our live stream about our project, or
No, there's no live
presenter, or
component. There's no live component to the online only sessions. I didn't explain maybe the reason we do this, as we've said before, kind of is that we have a number of international delegates. And it's 11 p.m. somewhere right now. And the reason we do this is sort of not to favor a certain time zone. We always have someone from Australia who's up at 2 a.m. presenting live, and it just sort of seems like depending on time zones, your audience might change, and who logs in and when. So we've been doing this asynchronous online only presentations for about 2 years now, and it almost works better because it means that people can view the presentations in their own time, and specifically own time zone, without sort of favoring one.
Oh, okay, I see. So it's just to rely on
And so like
our
if someone comments on your presentation in the discussion board, you'll receive an email saying someone's commented in the discussion board.
So it's just rely on our digital media, and we just keep eye on our common keyboard. Just all right. Okay, it's that right?
Yeah. So it's your digital media is your form of presentation. So
Okay,
if you want to upload something else, please let me know and I'll open the portal for you again.
Okay, I see. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Jacqueline?
Hi, hi, yes, thank you for this. And I just realized I am listed as both a presenter and a moderator for the creative
Did you see when that was?
you were just showing it,
was I?
Creative Practice Showcase.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be hard to moderate your own session. Sorry. Let me just make a note of that so I can get someone else. So it's 40. to 1455 creative practice. We'll assign a different moderator.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, it's sort of hard to moderate your own session, isn't it? I'll fix that shortly after this.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you.
I'm working on the moderators now, so I had to move around a couple of people, some flight delays and problems. So I should have that done by the end of today.
I have another question, Tamsin.
Go ahead.
Did you say we've got 20 minutes to present? Does that include question time, or do we present for 20 minutes and the questions are at the end of that block?
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to find your presentation so I can, so you can see here, Angela will present first at 1 p.m., right? And then you
Yes.
will go at 1:20, and then Anthony will go at 1:40, and then we have questions all together at the end.
Gotcha.
There are multiple reasons why we do this. First of all, in a practical sense, if Angela has questions, they'll never get to your presentation. And that in this practical sense. But the other reason being is that we've themed them together for a reason, and we like to think about the connections between the presentations, and we like to do questions all together. And that's why we do the discussion boards all together too.
Fantastic.
Thank you. It's a nice way to create conversation.
Yes, I think that's wonderful.
Yeah. Thanks,
Thank
Tammy.
you.
Any other questions? I don't want anyone to leave and have a question. So what I'm going to do is I put my email address in the chat. If you just have a more general support question that's like, I can't remember my login, you can ask support, because I might not be as quick to answer. But if it's something like, you know, something urgent about digital media or anything like that, I can definitely help. I will see the in-person delegates tomorrow at the Cohen University Centre, and I will see the online delegates in the discussion boards. And please reach out if you have any questions. Our emerging scholars will be in the discussion boards for the online only sessions, viewing your digital media and requesting it if someone hasn't uploaded it. And so they'll be there. Please comment on their presentations as well, because I know that they've got some really great work things that they're working on. And with that, I will leave you, but please reach out. And any questions, I'm happy to help. Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Lovely to meet you. Bye, everyone. Someone go to bed or have a coffee or breakfast or lunch, wherever you are in the world.
Thank you.
Bye.
Nice to meet you all.